Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Let's go ahead now and talk about the headings question. A lot of students have asked me about the headings question, and a lot of students have difficulty with the headings question. And actually, the strategy for this question is not that difficult to understand. It's the application of the strategy that's a real problem for the students. And so first, let's go ahead and go through the strategy for doing the headings question, and then I'll give you a couple of examples so that you can kind of understand how to really apply and do this kind of question. All right, so in terms of the headings question, what they really are asking you here is they're asking you to really figure out the main idea or the gist. Right? The headings question is a main idea question. That's what it is. It's a main idea question. And so when you're doing a main idea question, you have to know that the most important sentence of all is the topic sentence, right? Because the topic sentence is going to control and tell you exactly what that paragraph is about. But really, that's really the main thing you have to do here. You have to discover what is this paragraph mainly talking about. And that's where the challenge is, because a headings question requires you to have an understanding of the meaning. What is this paragraph talking about? Okay, so let's look at the strategy for doing this particular kind of question. This is what it looks like. So as you can see here, we have in the box that says list of headings, and then we have the questions at the bottom: 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. First, you'll notice, of course, that we have more headings than we have questions. And you can only use a heading once. You can't use a heading more than once. And you can only pick one answer for a question, right? So that means that some of the headings don't belong. All right, so a first strategy that I like to tell students. Number one, don't do this question first when it's in your set. Don't do it first when it's in your set. What I mean by that is, if you're in reading passage 1 and you have a headings question in reading passage 1, what you should do is, if in reading passage 1 you have a headings question, you have a matching question, and you have a short answer question, what you want to do is do the short answer question and do the matching question first, okay? Then do the headings question. The reason why is because if you do the short answer question first and the matching question, you will have looked at a lot of the reading passage while doing those questions. Then when you come back and do the headings question, it is so much easier to do because you're familiar with the different paragraphs. They're not new to you. If you start with the headings question first, you're going to spend so much time reading, trying to understand. And that's how you waste time. Okay. So when we're doing this test, everybody, it's about being efficient. All right. So when you do this question, you want to begin by doing the shortest paragraphs first, because they're going to be easier to answer and you can get those correct easier. Remember, your overall goal is to get as many correct as you can. Also, by doing the shorter paragraphs first, you can start getting rid of some of the answer choices, and it reduces your selection to choose from, which is also a good strategy. All right, the headings question is a synonyms test, okay? It's a synonyms test because when you look at the paragraph and the language in the paragraph, they're not going to use the exact same language in the heading. They're going to use synonyms for the meaning. And so you have to have a good grasp of synonym language in order to do a good job on this particular question. Now, I want you to be careful when picking answer choices simply because they have the same words. That's what we don't want to do. We don't want to pick an answer choice just because it has the same words, okay? We don't want to do that. So let's make sure that we don't do that when we're doing this, because this test is designed to get rid of students that have a very low level of English. One way they do that is by giving them exact language to choose from, because they'll choose the exact language and then they'll get that answer wrong. All right. So like I said before, the most important sentence is a topic sentence, which is the first sentence of a paragraph. It explains what the paragraph is about. Okay? What makes this question difficult is that you must understand meaning. This happens to be a very good test of somebody's English ability. You have to understand meaning, must understand meaning, have to. That's what makes it a challenge. It's not like a fill-the-blank question or a short answer question. All right, so here's our specific strategy. Quickly read through the possible answer choices, underlining any keywords that stand out to you. That's very important in the answer choices because that's some of the synonym language you're probably going to use. Go to the shortest paragraph and read either the first and last sentence or the first and second sentence. Both strategies work. If you're a fast reader, read the first, second, and the last. Then you go to your headings and you choose the one that captures the same meaning that you basically found the topic sentence from. All right? And then you move on to the next shortest paragraph and repeat the process. So that's how we do the headings question. It's those 4 easy steps, but the trick is application. So let's take a look at some examples of the headings question so you can see how we apply this question. Not hard to do, but you got to have a good understanding of English. Okay? So thanks a lot. Talk to you soon, and let's go over this headings question.